quarter up on the board for the Pacers.
You know, last year the Bucks knew that to make the playoffs would be a real stretch. Strange, kind of, consider the year before, 2013, they had gotten to the playoffs, but it just goes to show you things change quickly.
So it's the Pacers now after the basket by Milwaukee. West a screen on Carter Williams. Hibbert dishes to Hill. To the inside. Indiana moving the ball over. Clock at 6. George with no one around. Off target from three-point range. As you guys are talking about, the winds of change can stir things up in a hurry in the NBA. And the Bucks are hoping things can change for the better, Steve, just as fast.
Well, luckily, with the pick they got and the changes they made, I mean, they're in a much better position this year. The postseason's still probably a stretch, but not completely out of the question in the Eastern Conference.
Here's Stuckey. Jabari Parker making his last shot. West inside. And it's good. West has got 4 points this quarter.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They defeated the Wizards in their last.
And it was so important for their bench to come in and play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need. Everybody who stepped on the floor contributed.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Henson checked in for Pachulia. Ilyasova comes in for Parker. And Dudley subbed in for Antetokounmpo.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead. Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They're in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Now here's Stuckey. West, right side. That's good. West has got 6. Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance numbers for the Pacers in years past, from 2007 to 2012. They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that surprised a lot of people.
It really did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. With the Pacers winning now, and from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings for that team have doubled up since 2012, so things are headed in the right direction now.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Kevin, there's no doubting a tumultuous offseason for Jason Kidd. After what some say was a failed power play in Brooklyn, he moved on to coach Milwaukee. The Bucks with a less established roster, but Kidd got a bump in pay and may have a larger say on personnel. A surprising move, but he seems genuinely excited about guiding this young roster. Kevin, over to you.
He said it's not about the market, it's about the opportunity. We'll see how it goes. Thanks, Doris. Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for David West. Hill is checked in for George. And it's C.J. Miles in for Rodney Stuckey. O.J. Mayo is checked in for the Bucks. Now here's Carter Williams. 15 points in the game. Outside Mayo. This one for 3. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Hill has the open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. O.J. Mayo in his 7th year in the NBA really just seems he's never been able to truly improve, guys, from his rookie year.
Well, yeah, if anything, last season he took a big step backwards, Kevin. I mean, with his field goal percentage, passing, his rebounding all down, I'm not sure he was in great shape either.
Now Mayo. George Hill missing on the 3. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Mayo.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%. And the Milwaukee Bucks took a bit of a gamble on O.J. Mayo's upside with that 3-year, $24 million deal last season. The early returns somewhat discouraging, but let's see how it plays out the rest of the way before we make a final judgment.
Donald Sloan's checked in for Indiana. 1:22 left in the third. There's a good screen. Here's Dudley. It's rebounded by Indiana. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Mayo's disappointing season was crystallized in a much circulated video of him bending over to tie his shoelace while the other team went 5-on-4. He's got talent, but sequences like that have to be cause for concern.
That's good. Miles has got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And you see a player have to come out of the game like this. I mean, you just hope for the best.
That's exactly right. You do hope for the best. You cross your fingers, say a prayer, and hope it's nothing major. We'll see what the update is here shortly.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jared Dudley. Here's Antetokounmpo following the score by Indiana. Ilyasova sets a screen for Carter Williams. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Carter Williams. Tries a three. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Pacers leading by 8. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And Sloan kicks to Mahinmi. There's the pick. Here's Miles. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Miles has got 6.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. Cops in the layup for 2.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Sloan with 1 on the clock. No good on that last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie and the truck, for showing. But it's passing like this that makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Odney Stuckey out there with Donald Sloan. And it's Hibbert in at the center. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Pachulia. Carter Williams, the pass to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pacers with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
A big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Time now for an injury report. And now Doris Burke has an update for us on Jabari Parker. Doris, what's the news?
Yes, gentlemen, the head athletic trainer for Milwaukee was able to update me on the situation. It's bad news, I'm afraid. He's saying that it looks like a broken ankle, which can truly be a devastating injury. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
Doris, thanks for the update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. And unfortunately, you can't afford to dwell on it. I mean, you've got to come up with another plan and move forward.
And that's not easy to do, guys, because it's very emotional for everybody on the team to see him go down. But you're right, Clark. I mean, they've got to figure it out and move on.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now, here is Hill. West dishes to George. Left side, George with the fadeaway. No luck. Excellent D there from Parker. Bucks trail by 10. And the basket, Carter Williams. The feed to Pachulia. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Parker Parker's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Hill against Carter Williams. Hill kicks to Hibbert. The kick out to Hill. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Now the dish to Parker. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
That's good.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Bucks trail by 9. Dishes it to Middleton. And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Hill with now defended by Carter Williams. West inside. Parker with the steal. Here's Middleton. He's guarded by Stuckey. They get it back. Pachulia, no luck.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Hill, no good. Bucks trail by 9. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Puts it up from 12. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
That's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Hill against Carter Williams. Hill kicks it to West. Pass to George. Carter Williams against Hill. Shot clock at 6. And George, here we go. Rebound by Parker.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Here's Hill. Jabari Parker making his last shot.
Late reaction from the defense. He's almost going to make good on that.
Timeout call to Bucks. They're losing by 7. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Hibbert. Outside Hill. Hibbert with a screen for Hill. Out to Stuckey. In the corner, George with it. Picked by West. Fades and shoots. And that one comes up a bit short.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody arrived. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. And it's sent back by Hill. Here's Middleton. Count it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul. The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. It's the first, that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. A different look for Milwaukee. And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. Rebound by Mahimi. Hill with it. Over to the wing, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Myers. Indiana again, missing. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.